Our generation is one of moving back in with your mother until the shitstorm passes. This is an I remember after Joe Brainerd. I remember my first cigarette. Maybe it wasn't my first ever cigarette, but my first cigarette leading to the point of me being an addict. It was in Berlin. It was a Gaulois Blonde, which I think is sort of a girl's cigarette, but I don't even know to this day, which I guess shows how much I care. I remember my mother telling me my sister was a drug addict for the first time. It was on Valentine's Day, my freshman year of college. My longtime girlfriend had just broken up with me a week before, and I'd asked her to be my Valentine even though we'd broken up, but she said no. This chord's not very long. I remember when I thought I was in love. I remember the first time I had a poem published. It was in high school, and my high school literary magazine had decided to publish my poem on page 1 of the journal, and I was strangely proud of myself in a way that I'd never known before, to the point where I didn't even know how to feel and didn't feel anything at all, really. And now I just feel sort of stupid, and now I just feel sort of something. I remember after the gold rush. I remember all things must pass. I remember the day George Harrison died. I remember taking a shit after this girl dumped me. There was no toilet paper, so I used a Safeway advertisement. I remember taking the F train to work every day. When the train went over the Manhattan Bridge, I turned 180 and took in the view of the city. I felt like a tourist, but it never got old. I remember Father's Day 2010, a few people called me, and I answered, and I could not talk to them without choking on crying, so I hung up. And then some of them kept calling, and hearing the phone ring made me cry. I remember going to prom and not wanting to dance. I remember practicing dancing in my bedroom. I remember the first time I had sex with this particular girl. I didn't come and I was embarrassed for her, so I didn't say anything. I remember dancing at prom. I remember not remembering anything about high school and saying so. I remember thinking, this is it. I remember telling my mother once in an email that I loved her. I was drunk. I remember being drunk and saying to myself, when none of my other friends are there, Philip Morris is. I remember smoking in bed with an ashtray resting on my belly. I remember the first time I very straightforwardly and honestly told a girl that I liked her. It didn't go so well, but that didn't stop me from continuing to use the strategy. I remember tonight and a girl kind of breaking my heart for the third time. I remember there not being anything else to do but wait.